need a little bit of safe distancing.
Yeah, safe distancing.
Of course. So everyone here, thank you for joining us. We are waiting for the last minute for the last people to join. As you can see, with us, we have the various different robots that are with us. And we will be a few demonstration like William mentioned, and we hope that everybody will enjoy it as a whole.
All right, so for those who just joined us, I would like to do a self-intro first. My name is William. I'm from Hourglass Robotics. And
my name is Eric. I'm from Beyond Rental. So we are the partner of Hourglass Robotics and has been advocating a lot of robotic solutions to our clients in their companies.
Yeah. So for those who just joining us, let me share a little bit about the agenda today. First of all, we are going to do a introduction of our business and also share a little bit of our services. And after that, we'll follow by an insight shared by Eric. So he will talk about a little bit about how robotics are being used in the F&B industry. And after that, we'll share with you some demonstration of the robot and following by Q&A, right? At the end of the session, we will also sharing with you our promotion today. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, I mean, shall we start? Yes. Fantastic. So let us officially start this webinar so that with the respect of time, everybody would be very much valued from this webinar session. So I'll just hand over back to William, and William can do the quick introduction for everybody.
Right. Okay. Just a few minutes only. So my name is William. I'm from Hourglass Robotics. So for our company, we are a startup company started in 2018, and our business is focused on robotics. And now, right now, we are this fantastic brand called Pudu Robots. Right. So Pudu is one of the best is like Apple for waiter robots. So in the last 1 year, Pudu has sold 15,000 robots worldwide, and then only one of our customer, Haidilao, only they purchased 1,000 waiter robots for their outlets in worldwide. In Singapore, there are more than 6 outlets using robots already. Yeah. So a lot of people you may have seen robots somewhere. But nowadays the robotic technology is very different from last time, which we do not see a head of our robots. We don't see an arm, right, and no legs of our robots, and our robots are pretty cute. So why? Because we focus on the functionality of the robot, so that the robot can be, very ultimate made, and they've been very efficient in terms of its functions. So we do not focus on gimmicks, marketing aspect. However, it will bring marketing effect. So end of the day, the problem we are resolving for our customers are manpower crunch, right? So later on, we'll share with you more about that. So before we enter into the handover back to Eric, can I have a show of hands? Maybe you can post on the chat and share with us how many of you have ever seen our robot or any other robots in restaurants before? Anyone? Oh, a lot. Okay, 3, 4. Haidilao.
Fantastic.
Nice. All right. So a lot of people have seen our robots before. So of course you will see more. So because even from now we can see a raise in the number of inquiries that a lot of people coming to see robots. So yeah, you will see more next time. So, and then, how many of you think that using robot can increase your dining experience? Thank you.
I think so, because I myself has been interacting with some of them at the restaurant. I think previously I had dinner with you at Imperial Treasure, and we had a very good session with one of the food board itself, and we were serviced by the robot itself. I think it very much we can tell from the staff itself that they are actually interacting and very well with the robot, and it actually reduces their workload as a whole.
Great. And you'll be served faster, right?
Of course. I can see the robot cruising at a very quick pace.
Great.
Yes.
Okay, so I will.
Are you gonna hand back to me?
So yeah, I'll hand it back to you.
Everybody.
And also our robots are waiting here. Let us send them back first. Bye.
Okay, hello everybody. One moment, let me pull out my screen to share, and from there you are able to access my slides. Can everybody see my slides? Can see my slide? All good? I'm ready to go. Everybody see me? Fantastic. Let me push this aside. Fantastic. So today I'll be talking about more about the optimizing restaurant operations with the waiter robot itself, as you can see previously earlier. And who are we? My company is Beyond Rentals. We are a B2B rental hub that provides robotics and industrial rental together with William and other robotics company. We provide a whole range of service and operational robots as a whole and other industrial equipments for construction and marine engineering. We are very much dedicated to provide technologies and digital solutions to help our clients with their whole process of rentals as a whole. So Eric Tan, maybe people ask me, who are you? You are a rental company management, but how do you know about F&B? How do you know how it's going to solve? So before I started my companies, I was working as a waiter, as a bus boy. I was very much in the F&B and hospitality line. I was working with a few hotels in various departments, from housekeeping to lounge, and then I have my restaurants, I have my banquets, so on and so forth. So I have a whole range of experience in this space, and I see many problems that I will be sharing later on, because I myself have the ground experience of working so much in the ground, and also seeing my colleagues struggling in this very labor crunch sector. Okay, so today I'll be talking about three main agenda. So first one, we'll be talking about optimization, how we optimize operation and manpower. Second will be the reduction of work injury and accidents. So you may be asking, why work injury, why accidents? Do we have a lot of accidents? I think let me touch more about that, on what kind of accidents we face on the ground as a waiter or as a service staff in the restaurants itself. And also now in COVID-19 period, we're looking more on contactless service that are very much popular today to actually minimize the spread of COVID-19. So optimizing operational robot, many has asked, manpower has been a key issue of the F&B sectors. So how can we hire more people, can hire more part-time people? Is it sustainable as a whole to do so? So it is actually not very sustainable, because a lot of the F&B sectors service staff are actually filled by foreign workers from Philippines, from Myanmar, Malaysia, so on and so forth. And it's very difficult as well during the COVID-19. Some of them have to go back to their country, some of them are stuck here, so on and so forth, even with the no dine-in heightened alerts. So very much how these robots, as you can see from my screen, we have like Poodlebot, we have Cattybot, Holabot, and the rest of the other robots. So I would highlight it in 3 points. I mean, key execution is actually very much for the operating of like moving the plates, multiple plates all at the same time, reducing working hours. For example, if a waiter were to work multiple times to serve one table of 8, for example, and we would very much see the reduce in terms of the training time required, the training cost required. We're looking at reducing HR arrangement, manpower, we're reducing off days, we're reducing levy costs, and so forth, with the change of robotics itself. Very much increased in a way where the robot is able to operate 6 hours in running. What do we mean by 6 hours in running? 6 hours in running, which means a human running time, which means how long a human run in terms of 6 hours. That's the amount of time the robot is able to operate for the restaurant itself, which is very much a very long hour. And robotic itself, our robotic does not actually require any form of off day, medical leave, paternity leave, so on and so forth. It's very much able to work as much as possible. And I would like to put on a quick fun fact that an average human has about 120 days of rest day, excluding their leave and so on and so forth, and MC. Okay, so moving on itself, sharing some statistics from the workplace injuries. We're looking at about 12% for the past 4 years and over 9% over from 2016 to 2021. Okay, so we can see very high workplace injuries that are happening specifically in the F&B industry. Sorry, I just want to check. I mean, is the screen blocking? Can I see my screen fully? Okay, that's good. So as you can see over here on 2018, we have about 900 over cases, and it rise during 2019, and then from there during 2020 it fallen slightly due to the lesser dine-in and closure of restaurants, so on and so forth. But there are still cases that are happening in the area as a whole. Okay, so how can we reduce workplace injuries caused by carrying too many plates when they're clearing, caused by tripping to the floor mat, and then the plates fell off and cut their wrists or their hands, their fingers, so on and so forth? How can these injuries be prevented as a whole? So by utilizing the robot itself, you're actually reducing the workload for your staff itself by actually allowing more plates to be deployed on the robot itself to send back to the dishwashing area, or to actually send food directly to the table itself. It's able to carry more plates compared to a human. I was a waiter before. Maximum we're doing like 1, 2, 3. If a professional, they can do 4, and then another 2 on your hand. So maximum you only can do 6, and that's a very, very challenging way to actually serve, because when you're leaving your plate and some service might be complacent in terms of accidents or whatnot. So that's point number 1, reducing the workload. Point number 2, we were talking more about reducing the manpower, no show or MC, so on and so forth. So for example, my past experience was when we were in the restaurant, some people were running for MCs, or they do come for no show. That is when we actually need to take on more tables. Bring in like, okay, Eric, you need to take 2 tables, Mary, you need to take another 3 tables, and from there we will need to serve more tables, so we will be running around. So there's a lot of crunch, there's a lot of slamming in the F&B slang, we call it slam. So from there, the amount of accidents or injuries will increase because we are rushing all over the place just to actually serve our customers as a whole, and the workload is actually much more higher. So step number 3, we are looking more about providing additional assistance. What do we mean by additional assistance? A waiter will only maximum able to carry that number of plates, but if we are able to reduce the number of walking time to prevent the waiter from walking and walking too much, and the Hola board or Poodle board, or we can say Catty board, were to be able to help to serve maybe a table of 8 all at once. So we are actually reducing the number of potential risks that we are looking at. Okay, so moving on to my next slide, the COVID-19 agenda that I'll be talking today about. How do we provide contactless service? So as you can see from Grab itself or some other Food Panda itself, they're actually looking at robotic solution to minimize all contact and also increase their operation optimization, as I shared in my first point, because the robot would be able to do so much more, and the risk of overworking would actually reduce so much. So by minimizing the contact of the restaurant itself, we are actually looking at reducing the service staff, which means by having lesser service staff and more robot to actually be managed by the staff, reducing serving trip, as I mentioned. We want to increase the use of technology and serving capability, which I've shared. So the regular service flow, as you can see from my screen, we're looking at the receptionist doing the reservation and seating, and then from there you need another order taking person to do the order taking. You need the chef to take the preparation, food service, so on and so forth. And from there, the service staff will then need to come back to do table clearing and leave the table and come back and do clearing again. So there's a lot of you can see there's a lot of contact. There's a lot of action required from each of the different individual staff, whether the busser comes in, or whether the secondary waiter comes in, or multiple waiter comes in to swarm or to clean to clear the table for the next course of to clear the table when it's done. So talking on the first point of changing to the next course itself, there's require of maybe 3 to 4 waiter to actually clear a table of maybe 6 to 7. Now we're looking at 5. Am I right to say that? So 5 itself, depending on the number of food that they order, the load itself, some of the waiter are unable to handle. But if we are able to have a robotic that could help offload that particular load of the waiter, wouldn't it be more operational effective as a whole? Okay, so I've also put it the point where sending it to the dishwasher. We have always seen a lot of dishwasher having this workplace injury, having too much contact, and they were complacent with carrying multiple plates and a lot of plates at the same time to the kitchen itself from the dishwashing area. There are also risks of them actually having these injuries of tripping, and then they cut their hand and they need to stitch, or maybe they cut their body or head. We have seen a few cases in this area, but I do not want to wish to go specifically into that particular space itself. Okay, so next part itself, my admin will be actually sharing a video. Okay, so I will actually want you to watch the video and understand how the robot would actually able to solve the full multiple action items that I shared earlier, from the reservation to the sitting to the table service to ordering to clearing. So how can we do that? Is the video ready? Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Here.
Thank you for wake me up. I feel full of energy. We have many special dishes for today. Come in and have a try.
Hello.
Hi, how's doing?
What are the special dishes for today?
Follow me, please. New guests have arrived. Here's table 2. Please have a seat. We recommend our special steak in the house with secret recipe. You must have a try. I'm going to work. Here's your meal. Enjoy your meal. I'm going back to work. Low battery. Be careful, I'm on my way. Charging. See you tomorrow.
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, it's back to me. Hello, hello, hello. Am I still sharing my screen? I mean, okay. I need to share again. Let me see where is my screen. Oh, I don't have. Okay, so I think I will skip sharing the screen. Main point is I've come to the end of my. I'm mute. Can they hear me? Yeah, can hear me. Okay, fantastic. So with that, I think I come to the end of it. I don't want to, bore everybody with too much thing. I think the next segment we will be introducing the robots coming onto the floor. Are we doing that? So that from there everyone is able to see how we interact with the robot. And with that, I think I'm a little bit thirsty already. I do too much talking and all. So with that, I think we need to get the robot to get the water for us. Get some water. I think William, are you ready to show them the robot? Do we have the robot here? Yes. Everybody can. Are you with us? Come here. Fantastic. So I mean, after talking so much, I think I feel very tired. And I'm sure they find some informative real ground experience with me that I shared earlier. So William, shall we get the robot to send us some water? Because
Sure. What would you like to have?
Green tea.
Okay, cool. I also like to have green tea.
Okay.
Hi, Shirin. Hi, Shirin. Hi, that's Shirin. Okay, Shirin, can I have 2 cans of green tea?
Lila. Fantastic.
That's our Fudu bot.
William, what would you like to have?
Yeah, green tea.
Green tea also. Fantastic. For you.
Thank you.
Okay. So we can once we can remove the food itself, we press done. We then go back. Okay.
Bye.
Okay, William, what other robot do we have to showcase, or do you have anything to share?
All right, we have a Bella bot. So let's Shirin to send the Bella bot over. So the Bella bot is our very cute robot. It's very suitable for cafe and also for restaurants. So as you can see that a Bella bot looks like a cat. So Shirin, can you send the Bella bot over? Yeah. And the Bella bot has some interactive function. So we'll show you how it works. You can see that Bella bot avoided one robot and they come over to
William, you
serve us. Yeah. Okay, so Bella bot, of course, you can also deliver food.
Dear customer, your food is on. First, tray, please pick up and don't forget to click confirm.
So you can see the interface of the robot is the same. So it arrives here, and we can press the robot to say it's done. Okay, so I'm going to make some tricks on the robot. I'm going to block the robot and see what the robot will do. Okay, it goes the other side. Okay, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to stand in the way. Hey. Is it going to hit me?
Excuse me, I need to work.
All right, so this is how it works.
Fantastic. So I think we after drinking, we need to keep the table clear and what I think with that we need to call on the other robot that we will be calling upon. What is the robot that actually does the clearing of the food itself? Which robot do you?
That is a Hola bot.
So for Holabot itself, tell me, how many kg do you think the Holabot is able to carry? You know, in terms of the plate capacity or whatnot.
Have a guess?
Have a guess. I mean, do we have anybody that make a guess? 10 kg. Okay, it's higher. It's higher. 10 kg. It's higher.
Can I request our cameraman to point the camera to the Holabot?
Fantastic. 60 kg. Somebody said 60 kg. Fantastic.
Exactly.
Exactly 60 kg. So can we call upon the Holabot, William?
Okay. So sorry, cameraman, can you help me to point to my table?
Let us show you how we were to let William call the Holabot.
So the Holabot is at the corner, right? Standing by at the corner. So what happened is that you see the watch I'm wearing right now. So assuming on every table we have a RFID tag, something like this, you paste it on the table. So using my watch, I can call the robot. So you can see that it's calling right now. Oh, sorry, some setting issue. The robot is arriving in 3 minutes.
Oh, do you get the wrong watch?
Oh,
it
no.
looks like an Apple Watch.
Yeah,
looks like an Apple Watch.
It's a very cool watch.
Yes.
So okay, it's a setting issue. By right, we can actually set how long the robot is coming. We can say, okay, coming in 1 second or something like that. Okay, right now the robot is on the way. You can see. So right now you can see that robot is, facing us. But I want to clear the plates, right? So right now I can call the robot to face me. Hola. I call Holabot, it's going to face me, right? And we are going to drop inside, and then I will tell the robot to go back to the dishwashing area to wash, right? I'll simply tap on the robot. Bye-bye.
So it actually goes back to the dishwashing area.
Okay, so right now, assuming I'm the dishwasher. I'm the dishwasher, right? So I clear my plates, assuming finish already. Finish clearing. And then, because my hands are dirty, so what I do is, I do a scan. Sorry.
So
Goes back. Sorry?
Why do you need to stack plates? How do you slot it in?
You can just maybe you can zoom. You can call Hola again. Can we call Hola again?
Yeah.
Call Hola. Come here. Okay. I'm going to show them how we're going to slot the plates. Hola.
Louder.
Hola. Okay, fantastic. Stunning. So maybe when you can see, if we have two models, you can either have a container where you can put the plates, or you can actually leave without the container. So from there, they are able to put the plates. So some of our clients actually just have clean plates to actually put it in directly. Or if there's any form of plates, do we have a sample plate or something? Or maybe we can have a plate and we can just slot it in accordingly. So as you just slot it in.
Yeah,
So we can also take it out, like some bus boy, they like to do like busing. So they will actually take it off, and then they'll put everything in, faster. So the waiter will then put it back.
Press.
And then done. And then we can also put certain hand sanitizing solution on the side itself, or hand sanitizing or whatnot. And from that, the waiter do not have to walk back to the dishwashing area.
So one of the use case in a hotel, what they are doing is they have a side station. The concept is like a buffet. So they have side stations at the corner. So they place a Holabot at the corner, right? So they have a multiple side stations. So what happened is that they use the watch to call the robot to come over to the site station. So where the site station has a lot of containers, which they can put in the soil plates. And then they call the robot over, right? So, and then they put the soil plates in the, the containers with plates in the robot and send it back to washing area. Yeah, so this is how it works. And why we call, because so that you do not have to have, let's say you have 3 stations, you don't have to buy 3 robots.
Yes.
You can share 1 robot.
Share 1 robot as well. And it also actually addressing to this point, I think William, a lot of F&B workers or when they get slightly more senior itself, right? They actually got a lot of like back pain. They have a lot of neck pain, lower and upper back pain because they were actually carrying a lot of plates. So when they carry the plates, they need to
that's true.
do it this way. So it affects the ergonomics itself for the individual. So with the robot being able to assist and offload the workload for the individual itself, specifically, I think banquet would be actually very suitable. Buffet lines that they require a lot of plates and for very, very busy restaurants, they were to have bigger tables or their plates are actually much more heavier. It would be very good for them to have this assistance as a whole. Okay, fantastic. So
Thank you.
With that itself, I think we have come to about the end of the demonstration. There's a question.
Will it be able to be used on rough finished flooring?
Rough finished flooring. I think
Okay, let me answer this.
William, can you answer this?
Yeah. So rough finish flooring basically it really depends, right? So depending how rough. The way I can answer is our robot has a very fantastic suspension system. So sometimes the customer will be very surprised. Does it have a suspension of a robot? Yes, the answer is yes. And our suspension system is greatly improved from the last version. So because of that, it works on a rougher floor where you still can maintain a very good stability. But however, if you ask me, let's say you want to use the robot to carry things like water or carry things like soup on the rough floor, I will say
it's not recommended.
It is not recommended
because you will be seeing a lot of liquid moving around. So we do not recommend such implementation, but we do have options for our clients to actually serve liquid. For example, as you can see earlier was canned drinks, and you can see from there when maybe we can bring Bella Bot over. From there you can see how the suspension was moving. So it's quite stable as a whole.
In fact, our floor looks smooth, but in fact it's not.
Quite rough. As you can see. So you can see it's not moving a lot. Okay, it's very much being able to maneuver the suspension system. Okay, or they want to see from the bigger screen.
Yeah.
Come. Let me show you from the bigger screen. Okay, William, you want to show?
Yeah, sure.
So you're talking about
I
this
need to hold
suspension.
this,
Yes, of course. If not, they cannot hear us.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you can see how I move this robot, right? This is suspension, right? You have to feel it, so we have to put the robot in your restaurant so that you can feel it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so the suspension is great.
William, I think we have another question. Can you put 30 plates directly on the robot without the tray? It depends on how you operate your restaurant. You can directly put, can we get Polar Bot? William, can you activate Polar Bot over?
Sure.
So we can actually put directly where we can put just over here. Some of our clients, they actually purchase multiple robots to actually use specific for side dishes or specifically for service as a whole. Wow, so many robots moving everywhere. So I think another question from Aaron. Can we get Polar Bot over? He said that I see that the current robot is working indoor. Is it workable also at outdoor alfresco? Very much yes. Specifically only for Bella Bot. Bella Bot is able to work at alfresco setting, which if you have seen our LinkedIn page itself, you're able to see some of the videos that we shared about Bella Bot working in the alfresco setting. Fantastic. Is Bella Bot coming?
Sorry. Okay. So maybe let me go back to the last question which Rachel was asking. can you put dirty plates directly on the robot without the trace? Okay, so some of the customer. Okay, so let me share about this particular model. Poodlebot. Okay, Poodlebot is our classic model. Okay, so as you can see, this robot is slim. You know, it's open concept. So a lot of customers, they like to use this model for a few reasons. They can use this robot to deliver the food, and on the way back, you can put the dirty plates on top of it. However, some of the customer, what they do is they use this container to put it at the bottom, right? So they will just dump the dirty plates inside on the way sending back. Yeah. So it really depending on your business model and how acceptance is your your management. You know, how do you think about it? So some customer, they are okay. They just put on the robot and send it back.
Fantastic. Yeah. William, we got another question coming in. Additional to Aaron's question, his outlet from Alvin's outlet is a rooftop alfresco setting, which Wi-Fi due to fail sometimes, which still sometimes fail. Will it be able to operate offline? What do you think?
Okay, that's a fantastic question.
Yes.
Why? Because that's how do you say that's our differentiator. Because our robot doesn't need Wi-Fi. So we have, if you have Wi-Fi, you can collect data. But if you do not have Wi-Fi, our robots are still able to work. Yes. In a way that it's not just one robot work together, it's multiple robot work together without Wi-Fi. So meaning my 3 robots over here, and even 4 robot, 1 over there, they are able to talk to each other. So I'm not sure whether you can see the screen over here. I have a robot 3, meaning my 1 robot can see the other 3 robots. They are talking to each other. So so long they are within one map, they're able to communicate with each other by avoiding one another without any issue. Meaning, let's say if there's one way going in, right? If one robot is coming out, the other robot is going in. One of the robot will wait outside until the other robot goes out completely. Then the other robot will go in. This is how it works without Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Fantastic. So without Wi-Fi, it's not an issue. So alfresco, we would definitely recommend BellaBot as a phone. Right?
Sorry?
For alfresco, which
alfresco, yes. We recommend alfresco. I mean, basically, BellaBot is pretty suitable for alfresco area, and we have some videos, fantastic video for alfresco.
So you can see over here, our BellaBot is also very interactive with children. We are able to interact. Maybe William, do you want to ask BellaBot some questions? You know, sometimes when the guests were to dine, they like to ask questions. They're also able to ask BellaBot questions. How do we activate that, William?
Sure.
Can you show it to us?
Hi, Bella. Who is your boyfriend?
Sorry, can you say that again?
You didn't say it.
Bella.
Yeah?
Who is your boyfriend?
He is working here too. He will come to clear the table after you finish the dinner.
So there's a little bit of engagement that the BellaBot is able to interact if you're looking at some family dining operations or type that the family cuisine itself would be able to let
I
the
am
children.
ready. Please click
So you can
start.
just now you may see there is a slightly delay of the response. Okay, the reason is because currently the server, right, is in China. So it works perfectly in China right now. And in the next couple of 1 or 2 months, because currently our manufacturer is talking to Google, so they are collaborating with Google to import to export this this AI into this Google's data center. So in 1 or 2 months time, we are going to have this AI responding fantastic fast.
I think both Hola and BellaBot is actually equipped with artificial intelligence that would be very much helpful for the restaurants together working with the waiter. Am I right to say that? Yeah, fantastic. It will be powered by Google Voice. Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Any other questions that we have from the floor? We can see a number of people that are most probably typing their questions in.
Okay, while we are waiting, maybe I'll just share a little bit technical aspect. Maybe some of
Sure.
you may be concerning about the safety, right? How safe is it using our robot?
Please show us for
About Holabot.
Holabot.
Sure.
Holabot over. Let me help you.
Holabot is a little bit heavier compared with the robot. Okay, so you can see all our robots, you can manually move. This is also a differentiator. A lot of robots, right, you can't move.
Because they have
They lock the motor, yeah.
it's very cute. I took a photo with Holabot.
Yeah. Okay, so okay. Sorry, I just push it a little bit further to show you one sensor. Sorry, thanks, Ryan. Slightly further. Oh, okay, this camera can't see.
Oh, you wanna?
Okay, can I use this camera?
Maybe we can move over to the other camera.
Just show one thing. Oh, Holabot as well.
Who you're going with? Okay, go.
Sorry. Can you see from here? Can you see? Camera is not working.
Where is the one?
Is that one? Okay.
I'm so sorry. Let's go back to the main.
Yeah.
Getting via this very big TV over here with everybody. William.
Okay. So anyway, I can't show over here, but anyway, our robots has LiDAR sensor. Okay, I think I can show you right now.
Can you see?
Okay.
Maybe you want to point?
So the first thing is we have a LiDAR sensor over here for scanning the map, right? And we have two RGBD sensors. These are two cameras, right? They're able to see, for example, my hand. If I'm blocking the robot this way, right? The robot is able to see and avoid my hand.
William,
Meaning,
sorry if I cut you. We need the camera is ready. Maybe
oh, it's ready.
For everybody, we can zoom in for them. Can they see? Fantastic.
Sure. Great. Thank you for your patience. Okay, this is the RGBD sensor I'm talking about. It enables us to have a 3D view, 3D obstacle avoidance. Meaning I'm putting my hand here or I'm standing like this, the robot is able to see me. Even it's a little bit leaf, sticking out, the robot is able to see, right? So because of that, it's super safe for children, right? So we can place the robot in an environment where there are children, there are baby chair, there are elderly, right, in the restaurant, because you don't want to just bring the robot in and then hit someone, then that's it, right? So safety is super important. Yeah, it's number one.
William, I think we have a question from the floor. We're talking about how they want to show more of the watch itself of Holabot.
The calling function, right?
Other camera from that side, maybe we can show how you call the Holabot over. I'll leave Holabot over here.
Can you help me to set the timer? It's used for a while because for the calling function, because just now it took 3 minutes. Oh, you have said that, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Our technical team, you see, our technical team has resolved this issue instantly. Okay, can you see me? Oh, I need to come into the camera. No battery.
Maybe we go to this side to show them.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry, everybody.
So this is the RFID I'm talking about. Okay, so go for me, please. Okay, so right now this thing, assuming is on the table. It's on the table, and then I get my watch. Scan this, and then it's going to show me something. The robot is on the way here. Okay, it's on the way here.
So with this one single tap itself, you can actually install it all at all different tables to actually call the robot to all the various different tables. So right now it's actually mapped to that table that you can see over here. It's mapped to that table so that, if it's mapped to that other table, it will go to the other table. So we will actually help all the setup arrangement for all the different restaurants. Okay. We have a question from Alvin. Is it what weather resistance for outdoor setting from rain or high weather temperature?
The answer is no.
No, unfortunately, no, because our robots are more delicate as a whole. Yes, they are
The robot is
providing
okay for some spillage of soup and water, but it's not weather resistance.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, the one last thing is that the calling function doesn't require Wi-Fi as well. We don't need Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Yeah, but of course we need to have a set of watch. So whenever some customer doesn't buy the watch, right? So you can choose to have it opt-in or without it. How does the robot navigate the entire restaurant? Okay. So also your robot package includes setup and customization. Okay, so thanks a lot, Rachel, for the question. This is a very good question. So basically, our robots has a two-way of working, of mapping, right? The first way is that we will paste markers on the ceiling. So I'm not sure.
Do we have a markers? Do you have the markers? Can somebody get the markers? Maybe you can share the markers to everybody so that you can see the markers.
Yeah, so we'll paste the markers on the ceiling. So if your marker is your ceiling is white in color, you will basically see you will not see the it's not very visible. And then we will get the robot over here. The robot has a camera on the top, right, to see that marker. So this is how the markers look like. And then this doesn't look very nice, but basically when we paste the markers, we will paste all these dots. See the dots? The dots is white in color. We'll paste the dots, something like this, to the ceiling where it's not very visible. Yeah, and also for example, what do I want to say? Okay, so if your ceiling is black color, we have other color as well. So that's not an issue. Yeah, according to most of the customers, see, do you see another screen?
Can you see from the other screen that we have the markers on the top?
Yeah. So because our ceiling is black color, so it's visible. But however, most of your customer, they won't notice the ceiling. They will just focus on the food, focus on the ambience. Sometimes the children will point to that. Hey, that's a position system. Then the adults will just say, oh, that's for the robot, right? That's it. So you won't affect your aesthetic of your ceiling. Yeah. And the other, this is the first way. The second way is our robot, especially BellaBot, is able to scan the whole area using the LiDAR sensor. Right? You will form a map of the whole area where whenever you let's say, for example, you do not have a ceiling, like a fresco area, you don't have a ceiling, right? Then we can scan the whole area. Yeah.
And then the second question is, does our robot package include setup and customization? In terms of setup and installation, yes, we will include to assist you with the setup itself.
We don't charge for that.
We don't charge for any setup. We will ensure that when you are ready to run the robot at your restaurant, we are ensuring that it is able to operate smoothly together with your colleagues. We'll go down making sure that your colleagues are able to understand how it works very how shall I put it, harmoniously with them as a whole.
Yeah. And customization wise, depending on what customization you talk about, if you want to change the look of the robot, I would say we can put some decal outside. Of course, we can charge or we can choose not to charge. So depending on how complex you want it to be.
We can do like branding color, full decal, just like a car. We could put on the whole sticker, and we can also do the brand. For example, we say McDonald's or KFC, they can actually put up their logo over here as a whole.
Yeah. So our service is pretty comprehensive.
Yes.
And especially there is a 80% government grant to the local SME. Right, and then when you make decisions, end of the day, there's government supporting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think very much the government is supporting in the area of robotics because they can see how it could actually automate certain processes that are able to use such technologies that are
The 2% thing.
the workload of the requirement itself. 80% government grant. Yes, we are actually we are able to share with you the grant later on. So later, I think our admin will be sending some links, so you guys can actually sign up from the link to actually fill up your information, and from there we will actually send you the other materials. We'll send you the government grant link. It will be under the Enterprise Development Grant by Enterprise Singapore, and the eligibility is very much on the website itself. And we will actually need to submit the proposal. So we'll send all the relevant things accordingly.
Yeah, and so basically our company will assist you on the grant submission.
Application.
So we'll get your documents and then we'll write out a proposal. Which other consultant will charge a premium? So where we
4,500, I think.
I think 20% of the whole.
Oh, they charge
depends.
Depends. So some I met, they said it's about 4,500
Yeah.
to do such a grant application and stuff.
Yeah.
How frequent do we need to maintain our service?
Okay. So the maintenance of the robot, basically, we will cover the how to say? Okay, basically you don't see a lot of mechanism in the robots, right? So therefore the service is rather simple. Basically we will do an on-site support, quarterly visit to take a look at the robots, especially their hair stuck in the wheel. Then we'll cut the wheel. We will clean up the robot a little bit, something like that. But of course, if the robot spoil, for example, the spring spoil, the motherboard spoil, the wheel spoil, all this is under the warranty. So long as it's not purposely you damage the robot, it's under our care, right? So even you damage the robot, you pay the damage fee. We will repair for you for free. You're included in our services, right? So our service standard is that okay, our warranty is by default the robot will come with the first year warranty, right? And however, our company will extend the warranty at a cost, right? So we can share with you the cost individually, and you can extend the warranty up to total 3 years, yes. Right? So some of the customer will just bundle, submit the grant together. Yeah, stuff like that. So our service is a 4 to 8 hours response time, and then let's say if we know that your robot need to take more than 2 days to repair, we'll basically bring down another unit to replace that. This is the standard of our service. Your robot's MC maximum two days. Maximum 2 days in throughout the whole year.
Technical MC, not
technical MC.
But having said the frequency of maintenance, Alvin, are you referring to the maintenance from your end, or are you referring to our end? I think some of our clients do
they just do a mopping,
half-yearly kind of maintenance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically nothing.
Actually talking about the software.
Oh, the software.
Yes.
Okay, so basically our software, as you can see, we can have a software update. So very frequently, maybe 1 or 2 months, you can check by yourself, see whether the robot has a newer version. If there is, then you can just click. See, for example, you can click right now,
it's just like your mobile
and then
phone.
you will do an update, which sometimes you will introduce new functions. You will become more stable, something like that. Okay, another question is there is a rental service available? Yes. Yes, there is.
Renting is my side.
Yeah, there is a rental service.
Yes.
So, but however, the rental service is not applicable for grants. So sometimes the customer doesn't straight away go for rental. They may go for a grant application first, and then because the grant application approval will take about sometimes close to 6 months to approve. Therefore, we will just lease in between, yes. Right? We will charge us a little bit fee to lease the robot so that you can continue using the robot until the grant is approved. Then you pay the balance amount, meaning the leasing fee is part of the purchase price. Yeah, we do not charge leasing
so for
extra.
that, I think for details, we should maybe arrange a meeting individually for everybody to kind of find out more about the further details. I think that would be better for us to actually understand from your end what kind of implementation your restaurant would prefer, because various different restaurants have different type of service, different type of layouts, different type of operating process, so on and so forth. Okay.
So okay, so I think, do we have any promotion?
Yeah, actually in terms of the promotion itself, I think admin, do we have the promotion poster? So admin is showing the promotion poster. We are actually providing, do we have 50 people today? So you can give everybody. So we are providing a free trial that you can actually sign up, and from there we will actually send the robot to you to actually arrange for the trial.
1 week.
1 week, yes.
So generous.
I mean, if we I think if you want to extend your
you mentioned earlier, you just do it now. Lah.
Okay, so as you can see from the website itself, you are able to actually sign
The
up.
one you mentioned earlier,
sorry.
this one, right?
Sorry, could you repeat again? Okay. Yeah, maybe we can carry on.
Or it's a chat. Do they want to repeat again?
Okay, sorry, just now someone was talking, was asking something, is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So you can just sign up from here, and then we will actually provide the information. We'll speak with you, and then from there we will arrange the robot to be actually sent for trial for your restaurants.
Tell us
Can we
which
start now?
robots you are more interested in. Can we sign up now, but trial in September? Yeah, of course. Yes, we can.
We can.
Yeah. But yeah, of course, we can, come down, take a look at your restaurants first, and then we can see how to settle that. Yeah, it's possible. Just sign up if you.
Yes. Fantastic. So with that, I think we have come to the end of the webinar itself. If some of you were invited by Web Rights Enterprise, or some of you were invited by colleagues in Beyond Rentals, or some of you are invited by Hourglass, you guys can actually access from your inviter to access to the trial information or any other sign up form or whatnot. If you are required to say, okay, today I'm interested, I want to actually arrange further, we can actually go down to your restaurant to actually arrange for that. I think you will see me and William together, and we will be there to actually making sure that how the deployment will be best optimized as a whole. And yeah, we thank everybody for being with us today. It's our first time doing this dual camera, so please forgive us. But it's quite good as a whole to do the dual camera.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yes, fantastic. So that everybody can see clearly on our robotics solution. And if you have any, I would say any referral for other restaurants, or you say my other colleagues is working at other restaurants, and you think that this particular solution would be suitable for your friends or other colleagues, ex-colleague or whatnot, for their restaurants, please do refer us to them, because we will be more than happy to help as a whole, as my previous sharing. So with that, thank you everybody for being with us. If you have any other further questions, please, admin will actually continue to actually take in any other emails or whatnot. You can to admin, and then from there, the admin will then arrange any other arrangement that you require. So with that, I think we will have to say goodbye to everybody, and the robots are able to say goodbye. So we have to say goodbye to everybody. Bye. So they're all going back already. So goodbye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Please wait.
Okay, one robot is waiting the other one.